Social Simmers, my name is Darth Jesweek, and welcome to Wednesdays with the Waffles. We left off on Sunday evening in our last video, so Belgian and Cherry are headed off to bed. In order to make recording easier for myself, I will be using this voice until my kids start school this fall. Speaking of school, Belgian is preparing some fruit salad for breakfast before her first day of high school, but she didn't get to eat it because it took her an hour to prepare it. It was raining pretty hard, so she ran inside. Her first task was to speak with the principal and get her class schedule. As she was leaving the principal's daughter, Amy barged into the office, complaining about her photography class grade. Belgian was assigned to classroom 1 and quickly ran to class, checking her phone one last time. She hated science, so she decided to sit in the back of the class so she could sneak her phone out to update her social bunny status. The teacher droned on, insisting that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. After class, Belgian introduced herself to Miss Sasaki before she went to grab some chicken sliders from the cafeteria. She sat at a table in the back corner with Lucas Munch, one of the boys in her class. Soon after, she was joined by the Class 2 teacher, Mr. Moreland, and Amy. Lucas seemed to be a class clown, always making jokes. After lunch, it was time for business class, which Belgian was fairly good in. She still insisted on taking notes to study for the test on Friday. The school day was over, and Belgian hadn't yet claimed a locker, so she chose the one near her friend Taku. Taku really loves T-posing. After claiming her locker, she put up some cute kawaii decorations. Some kids were still loitering in the hallway, and it seemed like this student was pretty upset about something. Belgian ran home in the rain, only for it to be completely sunny back home in Willow Creek. Belgian immediately started her homework. She had to do homework 5 times for her aspiration. Meanwhile, Cherry had started a new book called The Waffle and submitted it to a literary digest once she completed it. After Belgian had finished her homework, it was time to relax. She decided on playing The Sims forever. She was trying to start her own legacy. After a while, she took a quick shower, then served up some grilled cheese sandwiches. Thankfully, she didn't set the house on fire. At this point, it was like midnight, so I sent Cherry and Belgian off to bed. Cherry had a ton of rewards points from completing steps in her aspiration. She now has the creative visionary, steel bladder, and marketable traits from the rewards store. Cherry has been on a roll with writing books lately, so she doesn't lose her celebrity status. Her next book is a biography called All About Waffles. She has so many books now that the first books she wrote are no longer available to see on the daily royalties payment. It was Tuesday, and I wanted to have Cherry write a few books while Belgian is at school, so I sent her alone. I also gave Cherry's kitchen a small makeover, adding upper cabinets and finally buying her a waffle maker. This waffle maker will be passed down throughout the rest of the Legacy Challenge. They are the Waffles family after all. I had Cherry tidy up the house because there were plates and water, cups literally everywhere, and then decided to stock up on our waffle supply. For some reason, I was unable to cook the apple bacon waffles, even though Cherry has a high enough skill. So I had her make chicken and waffles for dinner instead. They looked delicious. Cherry's computer broke again, so I had her do a quick repair. She then started her next book, a mystery called Celestial Pillow Fight. Belgian was finally home from school, and she had a flirty moodlet from an interaction on the bus ride home. I wonder if she will get asked to prom by her mystery crush. The eco-inspector showed up again. I really hate this neighborhood action plan when I'm not playing in Evergreen Harbor. Oh my god, Eliza, you just ruined my shot of Cherry publishing her next book. Cherry decided to give Belgian the talk, because prom was only a few short days away. And Cherry knew what teens like to do on the cuddle carts at Copperdale Pier. Belgian practiced her dance moves while listening to retro music, her favorite genre. She also decided to text a couple of her friends on Social Bunny. Belgian did some extra credit while sitting in her mom's room before she went to sleep for the night. Cherry had a full energy bar, so she stayed up late writing her next screenplay called Wobbly Waffles. It was around 1 in the morning when she finally finished the book and was able to drop it in the mailbox, and no Eliza to ruin our shot this time. After Cherry fell asleep, Belgian got a call from Lucas Munch inviting her to a sleepover, so Belgian snuck out without being caught by Cherry. It was a really cold night, so Belgian changed into her cold weather outfit and confidently strode out the front door, with Cherry still being sound asleep. I had no idea how long she would be gone or if Cherry would wake up at some point and then get upset with Belgian, but she was able to successfully sneak back in before school started. She met up with Lucas at school, raving about the awesome slumber party, while he tossed a football around with another student. Belgian had to run on the treadmill and use the weight machine before class started, which made her late to her first class of the day because she kept trying to use the shower instead. At least she wasn't caught by Mrs. Prescott, There was a new kid in class today, and Belgian couldn't help but notice how cute he was, so much so that she didn't remember a thing from her art class. Something, shapes and colors. During the lunch period, Belgian introduced herself to the new student. His name is Max Villarreal, and she learned that he had the evil trait. Almost immediately, Belgian had a crush on him. She learned that he was in a club called the Renegades. She ordered her favorite, tamale meatballs, and then joined her friends at a table. She was still feeling a little sweaty from her workout this morning, so she freshened up by her locker before getting in some studying for this week's exams. The next class was history, which went by in a blur because she was too busy staring at the back of Max's head. She's probably daydreaming about marrying him, but who knows what will happen after high school. Belgian wanted to try out for the cheerleading squad, so she went out to the football field to practice. Max ran to watch her for a moment before he asked Belgian to prom. Of course she said yes, this was going to be the best prom ever. Belgian was exhausted from practice and left for home. She couldn't stop yawning, but she was still flirty from her interaction with Max, and a little cold from the quickly dropping temperature. Cherry, why are you in your underwear, girl? Put some clothes on. Belgian started on her homework, taking a break here and there to send a message to Max. It was unseasonably cold, so I had Belgian turn on the thermostat while Cherry was working on the book she never finished. It took her another few hours in game to finish it before she sent it off to be published. It's 3 a.m. Do you know where your kids are? This child's parents don't. Go home, little boy. Belgian had a rough morning. She had to pee and she smelled bad because she never showered after cheer practice. She cheered herself up by having the breakfast of champions, strawberry cake. Belgian was nervous when she got to school. The head cheerleader was back from a long vacation to Batu, and Belgian needed to befriend her in order to get on the cheer squad. She literally ran away and instead decided to ask Taku for advice on how to win Nani over. I was distracted by the kid in the back T-posing while his hand glitched through a wall. Taku suggested that Belgian add Nani on Social Bunny and spam her with friendly interactions because that usually worked for him. Amy joined our small little group, but was being a quirky girl and sat on the linoleum. Belgian then tried to prank the whiteboard, but was caught by the teacher and was forced to sit in the front of the class so the teacher could keep an eye on her. Look at this gaggle of pigeons. The rest of the day went on pretty normally, until Nani slipped Belgian a note that said, "You're hard to trust. It makes you suspicious." I have no idea what that even means. After class was over, Belgian confronted Nani about the note, and the two ended up becoming instant friends. Then Mr. Moreland grabbed the students for career day. They had a chef, an athlete, and even a criminal. All the adults were giving speeches trying to get the teens to join their career after high school. Of course, Max was over at the criminal career table, but will his evil nature push Belgian away? Or will it excite her? She really enjoyed the chef's speech, although she's not sure if she wanted to follow in Bob's footsteps. As she made her way over to the criminal's table, Max went to check out the athlete's table. Or was he ignoring her? No, she couldn't think like that. He probably just didn't see her. She listened to the woman talk about all the expensive jewelry that she allegedly stole. But you can't prove anything. She only works for Nancy Landgrab. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Belgian then had a nice chat about her future with her teacher, and was able to play some video games on the school computer until the school day ended. Belgian was pretty confident about what she wanted to do with her future. She went inside to tell Cherry about her plans to pursue some kind of athletic career, but she was still interested in cooking and possibly selling food for yard sales. Belgian started her homework, but was interrupted by the football team spirit day. Cherry and Belgian made their way out to the football field following the fireworks. Belgian and Cherry did a group routine and scored a 195 and won the mother-daughter competition. Those splits were fantastic, Belgian. Keep up the hard work and we'll have your fitness skill up in no time. This old guy was doing the shuffle the entire event and honestly, slay. Cherry bought herself a tortilla-wrapped hot dog, and then Belgian got a superfood smoothie before the duo headed home. Before I end this episode, Cherry has earned over 25,000 simoleons from royalties, and only needs to write one more best-selling book before completing her lifetime aspiration. We probably won't be able to finish Belgian's teen aspiration though, because the next level requires us to attend career day again, and I'm only going to play with Belgian as a teen for another week in game, and I'm unsure if career day is every week. Let me know how you're liking this legacy challenge in the comments below. But that is all for this week's episode of Wednesdays with the Waffles. I didn't want to rush Belgian's teen years because it's more eventful, so we'll do Love Day and Prom in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, because it really helps out. I try to post a couple videos a week, but will hopefully be able to do more with this AI voiceover style. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Dag dag.